So if you guys know me, you know that I'm a huge Fade fan, and I also have been covering HSR on my channel since its launch and even before its launch to some degree, right? You guys know how stoked I was for the collab to actually happen, and now it's here. And people have their opinions on it. There's some good things, some bad things. But what I was very surprised to find out is when I went online, a lot of people are really not happy with it. Which is crazy to me because from the perspective of someone who cares more about the gameplay side of things of HSR, like just enjoying the new characters that come out, I think it's great because I have Archer and Saber who are just like they're awesome units to play. Recently, E6 Saber completely free to play on an account that I've been saving up pulls for years. And it's like super fun, right? Now, the fact that Archer's better than Saber and Archer's a free character, I actually think that's awesome, but I know a lot of people don't like that because like, why? That doesn't make sense. Like, why is Saber weaker than an Archer, but she's the character you have to pull for? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't really care. But that's not what people have a problem with. In fact, that seems to be universally the thing that everyone is really happy about is how good the characters are or how the characters feel to play, how well represented they were in their animations, their voice lines, and everything. Like, Archer has his entire Unlimited Blade Works chant if you sit there and wait for it to happen, which is super awesome. So imagine my surprise when I'm like, oh, this collab's happening, and it's HSR, which I actually had a lot of faith to make a really good collab. Imagine my surprise when I find out that people really don't like it. Like, it's a very, very unpopular. And I thought it might have just been like a small minority of people that said they didn't like the game and that's what happened. It seems to be a lot of people are very upset about the collab. So, I mean, just look at this. So, Smack talked about the collab and people are upset about it. That's different. But you just look up HSR Fate collab. There's a TLDR from Daily Finance. This is an HSR fan account. Lancer has 3 lines, most random NPC models for servants, Scott event, reused assets, reused map, fun gameplay, Honkai NPC rail. It was another random Hoyo event in another patch, and it's sad truly, like, what is this model? Is this Saber Alter? Is that what this is? Oh, no, I don't know. It's just a random NPC model, right? But is that who that's supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Jalter? I don't know. I don't know. So here's the thing. I actually haven't gotten around to playing it yet because I've been so focused on making content for you guys, but I am going to play it. In this, I'm not going to give my opinion on the story because I genuinely don't know what it's about. But hearing all of this stuff about the story is crazy to me because I had so much faith in this collab to pop up. I mean, I lost a lot of faith in it like instantly when Rin wasn't in the collab, but like that's mostly a joke, right? Like it's mostly a meme. Yeah, Rin's not in the collab. That fucking sucks. Worst collab of all time. But we still got Archer and Saber and they did a great job with them. So I was pretty stoked about it. But yeah, like people, okay, so an HSR fan account is upset with it. The new HSR Fate collab made me appreciate Genshin events, adding in whole new areas to explore. I've seen a couple things about this. Apparently people are pretty upset that there's no new areas. Like they just like copied and pasted the Greek architecture from Amphorius. And then they also used Ides Elysiae. And then Saber is like, is this Britain? And people are kind of upset about that. So honestly, I think that if they added a new event to a new place to explore, that'd be great. I personally don't play HSR for exploration, but I feel like, you know, this is a collab that had a lot of money and a lot of time behind it. So I think it wouldn't have hurt them too much to not do an asset flip, but we'll move on from this one too. I've just seen some people talking about that. Now I saw this, thank God they gave the Fate collab to HSR. If we look at the quote retweets, I saw this one too. This didn't age well. Aged like shit. This aged like milk. Like, it's people are not happy with the collab. It's really crazy. HSR players with the Fate collab, you know, just being spoon-fed slop. You know, that's another one. Box also tweeted, so how are we feeling about the HSR Fate collab? And I went looking through this and, you know, story 1 out of 10, it was worst story ever done by Hoyoverse. Guys, compared to the banana story, like for this to be a 1 of 10 is insane. For this to be worse than the banana story, the one that everyone hated more than anything else, is insane to me. Like they must have really just absolutely dropped the ball. Story was very disappointing. The characters getting muted was fun for a minute until they forced it on you for an hour plus. Oh, so this is another thing that apparently happened. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't know yet. I will be playing through it, but apparently voices get muted for like an hour plus. They could chalk it up to the strike, the SAG, well, that not strike, but strike. They could chalk it up to that. And then like, oh yeah, let's just, because none of the voice actors are coming in, let's make it a story where nobody speaks. That's fun. You know, that's like a fun joke. Like if you said it jokingly, like a self-aware joke of, oh yeah, we're not voiced. That's fine, but for like an hour, that's nuts to me. A 5 out of 10 seems generous based on what people are saying. Free Archer and then the signature Lycum for 200 pulls seems cool, and I agree with that. Characters and their animations incredible. Fate Quest for those who are unfamiliar with Fate, fine. Fate Quest for big Fate fans, absolute disaster. Fate battle event's quite interesting. Disappointing, thought it was okay. Disappointing for 1 year of wait. 5 of 10. All right, HSR Fate Collab, Stories of Flashback, disregards the concept of Holy Grail War. Collab units are side characters to NPCs. Assassin and Caster are dogshit NPCs instead of being Medea and Hassan of the Cursed Arm. VA suddenly muted. So as you can see, I didn't put any negative connotation in the search at all. I said HSR Fate Collab and people are just shit talking it non-stop. Yeah, people, it's just not going well at all. Also, Lancer not being playable was a miss in my opinion. They already gave him a unique model, so they really should have just made him playable, but that's just my opinion. People are not enjoying it that much. I mean, some people are. I think HSR players that don't know Fate are actually having an okay time with it, but people that are Fate enjoyers first and foremost are like, what the fuck is this? And oh, I also forgot to say at the beginning of the video, disclaimer, my cats have been a tornado through my office, if you can't tell. So love those little goblins. You know, for a collab that had like a year of design and prep work and, you know, a multi-billion-dollar company funding it, I think a lot of people are upset at not only the storytelling not being up to par with what they're hoping for and the zones kind of being like asset flips. Now, I don't think it's uncommon to do like little asset flips in mobile games. That's like a pretty normal thing. But this is a company that has so much money in it and behind it, so it's obvious why people are upset about it. You can say, oh, we have the game coded in a way to where that wouldn't work, but if you have billions of dollars to throw and like a year of development to do, you can definitely make most things work in the industry, assuming you have the manpower to do it. And these guys have the like, if you have money, you can basically do anything. That's just how the world works. So honestly, I'm kind of bummed to find out this is what people think about the Fate collab. Now, I'll give you guys my honest thoughts on it later, but it really seems like people were not happy about it. It seems like it was a bit of a disaster. So very, very odd for me to find out as someone who was looking forward to this for basically over a year. I had made an account that had never pulled a single character the second they announced that they were talking with Nasu. I'm not talking about like the second the Fate collab was announced, the second they announced that they would have a meeting in the future to talk about Fate and HSR and then announce the collab later. I made it the second they said they were going to talk. So I've been hoping that they would do a Fate collab forever. They announced a Fate collab. I was ecstatic. I was elated. I was like, I was at such a good time. I was so stoked for Rin to be playable with a Memo Sprite Archer, and the same thing with like Emiya and Saber. That would make the most sense because they introduced a whole summon system. That just seemed like the most likely thing that was going to happen. You know, even though I think the servants were done well in Saber and Archer, I think Saber and Archer were actually done very well. Apparently the ball was just dropped across the board for literally everything else except for maybe the event gameplay, because I think some people have said some positive things about that. And it's honestly just, it's such a bummer, you guys. Now, I will be playing this over on stream, twitch.tv/Brax. So if you guys want to watch, the link will be in the description. I'll give you guys my honest thoughts on it then after I've played it. But while I've been waiting to play it, I just, you know, I spent some time online looking at social media just to check things out. And all I'm seeing is negativity about the Fate collab, and people just don't like it at all. Really, such a bummer to see. I think that HSR probably could have done better based on what people are saying about the collab. I think they have the money to do it. I think they have the time, the manpower to do it. So it is a bummer, guys. It really is a big letdown if that is the case, but I'll give you guys my thoughts on it later. From what I can see, it's a big deal and people don't like it. So let me know what you guys think though down in the comments. I would love to know your opinion on how the Fate collab was handled. Did you like it? Did you think it was good? So feel free to let me know in the comments, guys, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.